and devotion to fulfill their duties within the necessity and their native land. Proclaiming the depths of the ocean, deliver them to the depths of despair, until our hours of absence of permanence and good spirit. For those all their neighbors and loved ones, when we are separated. When they search their ships, may they praise thee, for thou art there, to cause us to defeat. Fill them with thy spirit, that they be sure in their reckonings, unwavering in duty, high in purpose, while upholding the honor of their nation. Amen.
Okay, calling of the books. The first, if anybody has the sheets, the ones in white are from December, which we don't have a meeting, but we will honor them right now. USS Kaplan, USS Sea Lion, USS F1 Cart, USS S4, USS Scorpion, USS Argonaut, USS Swordfish, USS S-36, USS 26. Want me to read that? Sure. Oh, copy. Hey, do you want to read that, or do you want me to read it? The creed.
Creed.
Creed. Go ahead.
I'll go into the salute first.
It should be.
Pledge.
No, that's right after that. Creed. We don't have the moment.
The Creed of the United States Submarine Veterans Incorporated to perpetuate the memory of our shipmates who gave their lives in pursuit of their duties while serving their country, that their dedication, deeds, and supreme sacrifice be a constant source of motivation for this great accomplishment. Pledge loyalty and patriotism to the United States Constitution.
I was remiss, there was one part, a moment of silence, which I didn't, there's a port of no return where ships may ride at anchor for a little space, and then some starless night, a cable slips, leaving an eddy at the mooring place. Balls appear no longer, sail or rest or oar, no tangled wreckage will be washed ashore. Sorry about that. Now, the next one.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, that's okay, Jess. Have a seat. We'll start out with
I knew there was something missing.
no, that's my fault. Because Debbie asked me, was it okay? And I said yes. So that's why we're submarines. Look out for each other. Thank you. Okay, I was looking, I said, no, wait, it's not on there. Not a problem. Introduction to members. Why don't you start?
Jim Gary, USS Irix, SS 482, August 1964, Rotterdam, London.
Bob Gross, qualified on the USS Tecumseh, SSBN 628 Blue Crew, June of 66 in the South Pacific.
Ray McCallus qualified on the USS IMO in 1967, Groton, Connecticut.
Jim Madden qualified on the USS George Bancroft, SSBN 643 Blue in March of 1989.
I qualified aboard the USS Igo in May of 67, and I believe it was in San Juan.
Guy Garvey qualified on USS Will Rogers, SSBN 659 Gold, June of 76.
Alan Brown qualified on the USS Casimir Pulaski, SSBN 633, 1965.
Chuck Cox qualified on the USS Ethan Allen in SSBN 608 in June of 72.
Chris Vincent, SS 377, 1970, San Diego, California.
Glenn McCallus, Associate Member, U.S. Army, 1968, 1970, Chemical Corps.
Bill McGlynn qualified on USS Faithfish, SSN 668, April 81, in the North Atlantic under the ice, with my friend Dave. I was doing well.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. As we do it at all services, we honor the services of our WW2 veterans. We don't have any active right now, but we have gentleman down at Cherry Hill.
Spar.
Yeah, Kenny Spar.
Kenny Spar.
But like I say, if we could, I don't see him getting active because Kenny's not driving anymore. But,
How old is he? If he qualified in World War II, he's probably about 100. I guess he's not getting
you know,
active.
his son is drives him around. He's donated several times to our base. And he always, you guys gonna have a picnic, gonna have some fundraisers, this and that. And he's always interested. So, but how old are you? He's WW2.
59 tomorrow.
Okay. Secretary's report.
Regular meeting minutes, New Jersey Bay South, USSBI, February, November 22nd, 2024, Yardville, New Jersey, 1930 hours. All officers present are approved. Call to order, prayer, flag salute, calling the votes, introduction of members present and guests, honor World War II vets. Chaplain's report, political list, John D'Antonio, Dave Lucas, and Charlie Braun. Minutes of October meeting read by secretary and approved by members present. Treasurer's report given by James Garrett. One CD totaling $16,275.64. Checking account $6,493.75. The scholarship fund of $4,482.84. For a total base treasury of $27,252.22. Report accepted as read by members present. Committee reports, membership, Chris Vincent, approximately 114 members. Ways and Means, Dave Lucas, no report. Ed Carlson, hats that are selling like hotcakes, he's going to order, what are they called? Hoodies. Scholarship, Guy Doherty, no report. Word is, applications are accepted November 1st through May 9th. License plate, Ed Carlson, one sold, one application now. New Jersey Eagle Scout Program, Chris Vincent, no report. Whole business, use your membership business card to promote our organization. We need a volunteer for chaplain and newsletter. A VA clinic opened October 22nd at 1055 Hooper Ave, Toms River, New Jersey. Wawa fundraiser coupons are now available. New business, USS VCF president. What is the
charity?
There's a charity, okay. Bob Bachman needs help. You can get information at www.ussvcf.org. Donations are being accepted from the Carolina Sub-Vets Relief Fund, and that's at gofund.me/0172EF8. C stories, I had incomplete notes, but there's something about Morristown High School. I think it might have been Chris Vincent.
Yes.
Yeah,
You remember where?
we had a Memorial Day ceremony. It was a very good ceremony, yeah.
For the good of the order, nothing, we can have a 50-50. Meeting closed with prayer by Commander. Chief of the Boat, Ed Carlson, sound and service. James Madden, Secretary, New Jersey Bay South, USSBI.
Thank you, sir. Any additions or corrections?
I move we accept the report.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Yes. Okay, treasurer's report, Mr. Gary, please.
Okay, so I finished the year-end accounting and I submitted the worksheet to the treasurer. I gave Jim Madden a copy of that. So this is the numbers as of December 31st. So we had $27,800 in cash. We had $16,402 in the CD. We had $6,914 in the checking account and the savings account. We had $4,484. So we collected $6,982 a year. Our expenses were $4,619, which left a profit of $2,362, which was pretty good. So as of today, we still have $16,402.46 in the CD because the interest gets posted today, so it wasn't available. Our checking account is $6,947, our savings account $4,784, and our total cash is $27,832. Our revenue to date is $88, and our expenses are $33. So I paid $30 for the sponsorship of the New Jersey vote, and I paid $25 for our liabilities. So I got a check, Bob called me up and said he's got a check from National for $88 to return of dues, and I said, I didn't understand it. So evidently what happened, and I didn't realize this, it wasn't made clear to me, if you paid your dues, your 2025 dues before December 31st, you paid at the old rate, not at the new rate. But it did say that in the chart. And I called the treasurer and I asked him, I didn't see anything that mentioned that. He said it was mentioned or put out in the summer sometime. But I never saw it. So now I've got money sitting here that I owe people. So what I'm gonna do is the people that I owe money, I'll call them in November and December and I'll tell them, short me $10 when you pay your dues. Instead of me sending them a check, incurring 70% postage and yakking yak, so I'll do that. So I know he gave us the extra $10. And I'll call them and make sure they short us for next year. And it doesn't make sense to me because if you're gonna raise fees, most people pay before the year end anyway. So in essence, you increase fees, but you're not getting the benefit in 2025 because people are paying ahead of time anytime. Most people pay before the year end. I told that to the treasurer, but
That was an incentive.
whatever. So that's that. And I noticed that Glenn was on in the magazine as a new member, so I don't know why that is.
Yeah, I got the magazine, but I didn't see my name.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe I'll call. Maybe
Yeah,
next
that's
time.
fine.
Just what I think it's, you should have.
Yeah, yes.
So, we'll
I
see how that.
think they did the same thing last year when they raised the dues. If you got it in a certain time,
Prior to December 31st.
you didn't get the increase.
All right.
But I don't recall them announcing it, Jim, and I usually follow it up.
He said there was something put out in the summertime, but I don't remember. The chart clearly doesn't indicate that. It's right there. Whatever. Not the end of the world.
Bill, you had a
So,
question?
two actually, so was it $10 difference if you paid early versus late?
Yeah, in other words, the prior was $30, so the new rate is $40. So if you paid before the December 31st, you pay $30. If you pay after that, you pay.
I only asked because you mentioned $88.
So that represents about 7 or 8 guys. That
Another $10.
No, in different categories. Different categories. One guy extended for 3 years. He paid for 3 years.
I got so prorated.
Yes,
The other thing is, I think I was one of those guys, that I get my dues for US.
We gotta look at names.
If it is, just keep it thrown in the fund, I don't want to, don't worry about offsetting me next year or.
Yeah, the national innocence stuff, yeah, they said.
Well, whatever's
It's
easier
for people and
Just keep it $10.
It's easier for them.
Not worry about the $10.
Correct me if I'm wrong, didn't we lose a member because they raised it $20 and they didn't want to pay it?
Yes.
They asked for $10.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That is.
Another year, actually, I just like.
That's when I joined, I paid it forever.
Next year, so my next renewal, I'll do what it makes.
You gotta figure it out.
No. I was having a hard time reconciling.
Right, gentlemen, on the treasurer's report, do we have any additions or corrections?
Move it.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor of the treasurer's report as read?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. I was, looking down here, again, moment of silence for our departed shipmate. We did have one, we had President James Earl Carter Jr., he was a submariner. And, he put his time in, he got a submarine named after him.
Did he ever make it for himself?
I had you type it in.
Okay, but the question is, what type of submarine sailor was he? Was he nuclear trained?
Yes.
No, he was qualified on a diesel boat.
Oh, that's right, he didn't qualify.
Yes, he was.
That's right, he qualified on a diesel boat.
He was Rickover, sort of.
He never got qualified on nuclear.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's because he had to resign his commission early because
he went home to take care of the
his
farm.
father passed away and he had to
Right.
take care of it.
Yeah, but he was smart enough to be an instructor in the nuclear program.
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was an engineer.
yeah.
Remember when he brought Roslyn on the submarine? How many first ladies have been on the submarine besides her?
My wife, she's a first lady.
We might have you in my group.
I got off the beach here, but like I say,
Yeah,
when all the summer was there, I had every type of in for me. Okay, sir?
He didn't mention the name John. He didn't
No,
mention.
that's Pinnacle.
Oh, okay.
That's Pinnacle, that's coming up. Chaplain's reported Pinnacle list, we got John Theotonio, we have Dave Lucas, and Charlie Gromack. So Charlie Gromack's doing pretty good. He's got good days, bad days, but he runs out of steam quick. He's doing all right. A couple guys down south there, Rob Cook's got some problems with the eyes. He's doing a little bit better, not driving so much at night. And Woody Seiler, Woody's got cancer, and I did get a chance to talk to him just before Christmas. He was happy as hell that, somebody gave him a call. But his wife Sally, checks
Did he
all,
live in Jackson?
they moved down to Barnegat.
Oh, okay.
They sold and they moved down. But those are the folks. John, if I call the house, if he's not there, I'll get a response back, later on. Or if I send an email over there, I do get a response back. Dave Lucas, I've talked to him a couple times, but he's out moving around. The prosthesis is working out pretty good for him. I'll see if I can't get him back, get him up. He's still over on Route 130 there, 130 north. Anybody else know of anybody else that's on Pinnacle, should be on the Pinnacle list?
When the weather gets more mild, maybe we could try holding one outside.
We can do that.
And then maybe guys, without,
Saturday morning in Philadelphia.
or they're concerned about coming up these steps, but they don't want
We can do that.
Yes, so it's not dark or cold.
Right. Good idea.
Yeah, sure.
And we've got the we got the chairlift.
Yeah, the chairlift.
But we got, out there, we got.
I don't think I'd ever want to take it.
Even in the spring, they've got those heaters, the gas heaters, the
Yeah.
propane heaters. So, but
It's just a way of announcing, oh, we're gonna have a meeting on the ground floor.
Chris and I talk constantly about this, how we can get more people back. So, of course, younger people would help. Jersey Shore has picked up about 6 new members, but they still have a plant they're closing down. And so they're still picking up, some of them are submariners, and they're seeing things, they're seeing the parades. And they got like 6 new members down there, which is great. And they're a bit younger than I.
I wonder who our youngest member is.
Yeah, who is he?
Remember we had a state trooper that was a member? He was off the.
We had another guy off the Dolphin, which was just decommissioned a number, years ago or whatever. He was, Bob, you probably remember, it was probably 5 or 6 years ago. He came to a couple meetings and whenever, but he was a really young guy. He was probably in his 40s.
Look at the young Hamilton Township cop. Oh, yeah,
Oh, that's right.
he was on the Seawolf.
Yeah, Seawolf.
He's on the Seawolf. Now he says, I got kids, I can't make it there. I said, you said you couldn't make it before. I guess you got a county, And, but not easy. Maybe when the kids get a little bit older, they'll be out. Yeah, the one is Irishman from, it's Abbey Rose Monument place I would go on Route 137. He belongs here, and he has, I don't know that he renewed his dues.
It's coming up, membership.
Jim owes me $10.
All right, committee reports. Membership, Mr. Vincent, what do we have, sir?
Actually, it said 115. I didn't take time to look at it, but it says 115. I don't know why.
Does that include Tom, that we lost?
Probably.
That won't change until after January, because
Right.
there's a grace period, and when the people that haven't paid, they'll be.
So right now, the official answer is 115.
Do you think there were some things that people addressed?
Well, Tom, he's got that last, Polish last name.
Yeah.
And he lived down off of Route 40, down, yeah, Minor.
Mine.
Yeah, and he would come up to meetings. And he's the one who told me about this stuff, his wife, with the coupons.
Very sad.
It is, but he's not gonna renew his dues. Hopefully he'll come back. I asked him if he was interested in Egg Harbor, or if he was interested in shore base, maybe, But Chris, did you talk to him?
Not since he sent that letter.
Yeah.
Or email, I should
It's a
say.
shame, he was good for your organization.
Yes, he was.
But it's an hour drive up, an hour drive back.
And I don't see him on, he's not watching this right now. Usually he watches.
Right. But yeah, if you get down through it, you get down to Buena Vista, and he's down there where they have a 5-point seat, that's where he lived down that way, so he had it all. So
So he'd be almost closer to Egg Harbor.
that's what I said, but he said he
Right.
wasn't interested in that.
When he joined, I asked him if he wanted to join Egg Harbor or the shore base because the trip that he had, he said, no, he wanted to join us,
Well, of course.
Ways and Means, Dave has not, well, Eddie's been doing a lot of stuff for Ways and Means, because the new shirts, new sweatshirts, the hoodies,
Everything sold out. Sweatshirts.
I sold out, but I would like to order 8 more, and of 3 different sizes. I guess 4 large, 2 extra large.
No 2X though.
No, 1 2X.
Common and Chief are all set over here with their.
Yeah,
One
we got it.
2X.
Let's say more hoodies on the way.
2 extra, 2 double X and an X large, if that's okay, if you guys authorize it. And,
well, you can see that Ed's got one on there, I just got mine, they're nice, they're.
they're zipped, which is
Yeah.
nice.
Yes.
Which is why they're a little pricey, because but I thought it was good that we have something that, shows that we are the New Jersey South base. We got the hats.
And also the hats, yes.
And we got and we just have a lot of things. I still have my bowling tie.
I got one of those also.
I'm thinking of giving it to Chris. Wear bowling ties, Chris?
No.
Forget it.
Hey, gang, I'd love to see.
Yeah, right.
If you do, can you take a picture and send it to me?
All
If
right.
anybody can think of anything,
Sure, that works.
I'll fill in for Dave, so not replacing Dave.
It's perfect, I understood, and that's why in years past I had, you know what? We can do, what anybody wants to, you're going to, I'll bring this in a little bit. You've been acting cop for us for a while, but Cal Moon was our designated cop, and since Cal passed, it's up to me to appoint someone that would like to do it, We're gonna have elections in May, anybody's interested in any positions. We have somebody that's interested in the commander's position. And I said, I'd be glad to take over the chaplain's position. So think about it, if anybody's interested, has a little time, that wants to do some stuff. So we can take away some of these things saying, we're looking for. Just a thought, but right now, that you are our cop outstanding. Thank you, appreciate you all your time.
And when is our election?
In May. Yeah, we have nominations in April and we vote in May. And like I say, I've been doing this for 10 years.
I had a great job, by the way.
I try. Actually, my wife's the commander. She does all the work. Yeah.
I tried, when I joined, Cal was available.
Yeah, no, really, yeah.
And then I remember, what happened to another guy that's the commander? He was a former sailor. I haven't seen him. Oh, the guy that passed away,
Yeah.
no, he used to do the Eagle Scouts. Vic Paterno.
Vic Paterno.
He was commander.
And then we had,
John D'Antonio.
John,
And he did both. He was commander and newsletter.
yes, he did.
Membership.
And membership, I took over the command, but not all the stuff he
Yeah,
did.
we did. When Cal used to find guest speakers, they would talk to people.
But you used to have big crowds out one time?
Yeah,
when we
still had some WW2, yeah, we
had
13, 20 people.
Yeah. And like I say, if we can get some more people back, I want to get the feed nights going again. We can have some sandwiches, or we can have some beer and pizza or whatever. And speakers, I got the offer of a couple people to come up and do some speaking. So,
They need a room full to talk to.
yeah, otherwise you'll kind of,
Yes,
yeah,
5 people are here.
yeah, exactly. All right, scholarship, Guy? Anything?
Haven't seen the application, yet. You still have time.
Yes.
Drive application, go up to the four high schools in the area, Saturday night and Friday.
Right.
And schools, not the schools.
Okay, good.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna send it to you, but it's the second year of this, my pledge. Should I send the check to you, or should I just send it to Jim? Okay. Now that the year is, we're in year 2.
One of our members in Florida did, I sent him an application for the scholarship for his granddaughter.
I'm sorry?
In Florida, one of our members asked for an application for a scholarship, so I sent one to him.
Well, you're the contact, because on the website it says to you, so when you get them, send them the application. Guides, asked me about dropping it off at the high school. He's the chair, that's his call.
Right.
I know you have done it in the past. We want to get the applications
Right.
out there. So whatever way we can do it, it's really good. This year they increased their scholarship by $2,000. It's $2,200, which is significant when you
Right.
consider the ever increasing cost of a college.
Right.
It's not a 1 year, it's not a 1 year thing with the national. If you keep up your grades, they'll give you the scholarship the following year. I didn't know that, Guy didn't know that, but my grandson who got it the first time last year, they gave it to him again, as well as my second grandson. But I know we don't have we didn't do a limit on the base, but my grandson will not be applying for the base scholarship that I could guarantee.
Any questions for
The
Guy?
application we haven't received any time.
Yeah.
Apps are out.
Right.
They had till the 9th of May. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it's right.
They're not,
The ninth of May.
It's a May, yes.
not to be off subject. Everybody here, you get that off your property tax, you get that $250?
Yeah. Yes.
Did you hear that they want to increase it to $2,500?
Yes.
And it's gonna be on the ballot, and they didn't say when. It's supposed to be 1,000 this year, and then it's gonna climb to 2,500, you never hear it.
Where are they gonna get the money? They don't have the money right now.
I don't care, I think you credit.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take it.
Don't you get 6,000? Good, I'll take
Not
it.
yet, not me.
No?
I'm thinking you have to be 65 to get 6,000.
Oh.
That's that new thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there's, anyway, that 250 was frozen for years and years and years.
No, you say it's 1,000.
1,000 this year, it has to be approved by the vote. I can't figure out what ballot. And then they're gonna, we'll get
26.
Property tax?
Right.
Right now, it's two,
Say New Jersey, next year where you next year where you six property tax credit.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, that's just gonna keep me in New Jersey,
Well, that's the
I suppose Rod does right. I mean, the state doesn't cover the taxes, that's really the local.
Somebody stuff funds in the town, so they always do it too.
Over a number of years now, it has increased the amount of pension income that you could earn that's not subject to tax, making New Jersey a relatively better place to stay in than move down to the snowy state of Florida.
That's always a given thing. They said, oh, look how low the property taxes are in Florida. I said, yeah, but what's your homeowner's insurance?
Yeah.
You know,
That's
they can't go one way or another down here, you know?
I own several homes. In the state of New Jersey, you cannot claim the property taxes on any home except your primary
Yeah,
home.
well, yeah, I don't know the property, but yeah.
And it's only on federal, not on state. Claim on federal.
That's what, yeah.
Well, hopefully this 2,500 is gonna go
The pension exclusion, if you make less than 100,000, you don't have to really pay any income tax.
What's that?
If your income is less than 100,000, you're not gonna be paying any New Jersey.
Yeah, because they can't raise it in $10,000 increments, so all my
Because of the
income is
exclusion,
income,
pensions.
so I don't pay, state taxes.
Right, military pension is taxed at all.
It's not.
And this is another thing, we had to sign up for our taxes, and you check that box, are you a veteran?
Yeah,
Off the top.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right, the next thing, license plates, Eddie?
I got two people that have asked. I've sent out the application to one. He hasn't responded yet. Another one wanted his own number back. We could do that, but because he turned his plates in Florida, it's easier for me to just have the old number reissued, or better yet, just get new numbers. For some reason, and this, Chris, you qualified on the diesel, right?
Yes.
Good. I'll say this, it's the movie sellers, they all want the whole number. How many people do they think served on that boat with them that are still living in New Jersey? They all want their number. One guy, if he would have asked me a year ago, would have hit the jackpot, because that number came up, but he didn't crash his car until a year later, so he's out of luck. But you gotta do it fair. If you want me to reissue it, I'll reissue it. If you don't turn those plates back in, just hang them on your wall in your garage. But especially, don't turn them in out of state. And, because I think that just makes the process harder.
So is 1668 available?
Now, what if anybody took it?
1668 available?
643.
What?
For yours,
166.
What's your?
No, he's in the 1700s.
I understand, but if they were turned in, he could reissue them.
That's the difference, right?
Yeah.
And I missed it when Ron Duffy was the license plate guy. My boat went right by 1668, which.
I mean, it's, the next plate number is what I normally assign.
Yeah, except for 796, right? You're gonna hang on to that one. You're not-
Yeah, issue a plate
We talked about
number
that before.
going out next year, that's gonna fly.
So I know you don't have your hearing aids in.
This is good.
796, you gotta hang on to. Don't issue that to anyone, right? We should put that in a frame up here.
See me at the bar afterwards. I'll write it down.
No, right, is that a good idea?
No, because I could, in my database, I could hold that number for you.
Well, not for me, for the bank, hold it for a bank, yeah, go get it, but don't give it to some member that never shows up at meetings or participates in anything, right? So, what we don't wanna do is issue that to some guy who's just gonna file it. We want 796 in a frame up here.
All right, next order of business, New Jersey Eagle Scout Program. Chris, do you have anybody?
No.
Nothing.
Any Eagle Scouts here? Eagle Scouts, anybody?
No.
Of course. Really? Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you really?
1954.
Awesome, that's awesome.
Wow.
Good for you.
Nice to know.
Okay, we'll go into old business. Again, need a volunteer for chaplain. If somebody takes over as this commander position, I will volunteer to be the chaplain. Second order would be Wawa fundraiser coupons. I got 10 packs left. So there's 5 in there, so that's $30 for an envelope.
That's Wawa, you said, it's the Wawa?
Yes, that's for the shorty. It's $30, so you get 6 coupons.
Yeah.
5 coupons, I'm sorry, 5 coupons are $6.
I'll see
So
you.
we get $2 each time. So that goes to the base. And we've got left about $900 so far. What we sold.
I gave them to the church and the church sent me a real nice letter.
Yeah.
Now,
Went back.
budget, gave them to.
I'll take 2 of those too from your bodies.
Sure.
I bought 15, I think.
Yes. But it's easy money for us, and we can get up to 2,500, but, you know, it's just, I screwed up November. I should have brought, I left that last 10 packs home, and I could have sold them all that night. And I could have ordered some more, but as long as people are willing to do it, it helps us. It's for the base.
Do we have any New Year's resolutions for the base?
What happens if you don't do your resolution?
People already gave up.
Are you a failure?
You don't get past.
I say it's the third Friday, right? You put it up. It was the fourth Friday.
All right, USS Scholarship, child or grandchild, so far, no applications. Guidance gave his report on it. And we got the website down here on the bottom.
Chris says there's one application now.
Yeah, we got one out.
Yes, you've done Florida, yes.
Yes.
Going to, anything else on old business? New business, tickets, I got, as I just said, we got those right here, if anybody needed them. Sea stories, everybody got a sea story they'd like to impart.
Not a sea story so much, but I do have something I commented to Wayne, I think earlier. You guys all got the American submariner, right? I assume everybody gets that.
Yeah, anybody needs, I got 3
Yeah,
more.
everybody pays attention, you flip over to the new members and see if anybody from your boat or whatever shows up, or when you flip over to the people who have passed. And you notice that sort of shift from 5 or 6 years ago, if you've been getting on that long. Just a lot of the World War II qualified, and it says the year they qualified, and it was majority that, and it sort of shifted into the, later years, later decades, 50s, 60s, 70s. I did notice in the most recent version, which I got estimated, there were still 2 World War II submariners qualified that had just recently passed, end of 2024. One qualified in 1942 and one in 1944. Almost seems odd saying 19, right, when you're talking about years in 2025. My first thought was that both of those gentlemen, particularly the guy who qualified in 42, was probably close to Calhoun's age, 100 years old. Because if you were 18 or 19 years old in 1942, fast forward 83 years, he's 99 or 100 years old. So there's still a couple of those guys out there. I don't know what the membership is in the old USS, World War II guys. The sub-vets in World War II. I don't know if anybody has those numbers. I know it got merged into USSVI, but like you said earlier, we don't have any here, right?
WW2 did not want to be part of USSBI until they started losing a bunch.
Yeah, until they were too small.
So they folded into us, and I'm sure Nationals got them.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know. I don't know if Chief, you have access to that kind of information from.
We can look, I don't think.
But I wonder how many just total World War II submariners qualified in that period are still on the rolls.
When Howard Gant, when he passed, he was at the end of
He was
WW2.
46 or something.
Yeah, so he never really got into the war patrols, but he's still a WW2.
And we had George here for a few years.
George Plady?
Yeah, we moved
George Plady. George Plady,
I have a picture of him and Cal, actually, both the 2 World War II
You used to wear that cowboy hat with the feather.
There was a guy, his name was Higginbottom.
Yep.
He was in World War. He was on an S boat in World War II.
Really?
Remember, he told a story where, they had, those rubber rafts? He said they were taking this through the hatch and it deflated. He said they finally had, he said they tried axes, everything, they had to use a torch. That's how tough that rubber was. Oh, and he said they tried to install a flamethrower. This is before the days of you needed permission to do stuff. And they see somebody hooked it up to service air. And they hit the button, they said a big fireball came out of it. They gave.
So not a sea story, but an observation, right? That there were still, in American Submariner, if you guys don't pay attention to that, there were still 2 World War II guys that have just recently passed, and it made me think about how many there might be left. So it'd be an interesting statistic to know, right?
When I got hired at PSC in 1970, the group I'm with, this guy said, "Where are you coming from, kid?" I said, "Just got out of the Navy." He said, "What kind of ship were you on?" I said, "I wasn't, I was on a boat." He said, "What was the name of it?" I said, "The Blenny." He says, "Did someone tell you to say that to me? Are you screwing with me?" I said, "No, why?" He said, "I served on the Blenny during World War II. And he was a torpedo man. He's dead now, but yeah, he went through during the war.
You see how Taiwan still runs 2 diesel boats from World War II? The Cutlass and something else. They're still functioning. And they're 80-some-year-old submarines.
Wow.
Still dive.
I don't want you to see on that boat.
Because and after that, this guy, I worked with another guy, he was skin diving off the coast of Ocean City, Maryland, and he was like, "I got some great pictures to show you." I said, "What?" He said, "Well, I was diving on this submarine." He said, "I got a picture of the sail. On the sail, here, the 324, that's the Blenny. They sunk it as a reef."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He took a picture of it sunk?
Really? Yeah, he was, that's Ocean City, Maryland, but they never told, I would have went, because they had a big thing, anyone who served on the Blenny could have went down to Ocean City, Maryland, because I saw that later, and you could have went out when they sunk it.
It's our last reunion, there'll be no more annual reunions.
I know, I saw
That's the last
that,
one.
yeah, this was the
The
Blenny.
Lenny's having a reunion, I'll go back.
Well, they're done. I just looked in here, there was a guy 64, Brown.
I saw that, did you know him?
There was a Brown, but I,
See, they look at it.
That's so long ago.
That's what it's number. Same thing I was just talking about. Now he's got his book open.
ah.
I do
I
the
say
same
it was
thing.
a Brown, he was a big guy. I don't know, it was the same
I
one.
go through everything. And new members, there's a new member in this edition who was a guy I served with. And Jim, you were talking about the treasurer, we talked about the treasurer, John Slavsky.
Yeah.
He was a ship name on it. John, I know John very well, I know his wife, I know his kids, you know. It's a small world, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing, how many old guys lined up on a new membership. That's what I think a lot of them have to do with their membership dropped.
Didn't make the look like
Step down. The one in Philadelphia.
We were in the sideways there, sorry.
What's it like the snorkel?
See observations.
Well, we raised the snorkel in the boom, right?
All right.
It was only for a second. We needed to see the air.
Do we have anything else to come before the meeting? All right, let's do the closing prayer. Cover. Closing prayer. Grant us, O Lord, as Americans, submarine veterans. Grant us, O Lord, as Americans, submarine veterans, continue to help our fellow veterans and those in need. Pray we thank you for the people assembled here. People that pray you will bless us and his works. Our next meeting is February 28th.